Hello and welcome to today's edition of Mexico News Network's Daily Report. I am your host, Sofia Rattinger, and we're broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma. Let's start with today's show. We're now guiding you across the state of Yucatan, which is simply wonderful. Its capital city is Mérida, and it is one of the richest states in the country, featuring unique and impressive culture, customs, and traditions. Discover Valladolid and experience a historical journey in Yucatan, where you will meet thousands of legends and stories, as well as colors, scents, and the warmest people ever. Valladolid was recently given the Pueblo Mágico designation, which is a certification given by the Ministry of Tourism to all those towns in Mexico who preserve today some of their traditional, magical, mystical, historical, natural, symbolic, or architectonic legacy. It is a city made out of stone, built in the year 1543. It was founded by the Spanish conqueror Francisco de Montejo. Now, I will ask you to bear with me and get ready for one of the greatest journeys of your life as we slowly unveil and discover Valladolid, its history and hidden treasures lying upon such impressive city. Valladolid was originally a ritual and ceremonial center belonging to a Maya civilization called Saki. When it was first conquered, Francisco de Montejo ordered for it to be built on top of the temples. However, it was a hard and long battle as at first, local Maya residents put up a fight. From that point on it was built and through this whole Spanish colony. Valladolid was the main developing center of the eastern side of the Yucatan Peninsula. Further along the timeline of Valladolid's history and chronological development, during the years 1833 and 1847, the city established the very first thread and wool factory in the whole of Mexico, which used steam as its basic energy source. The next impressive milestone in Valladolid was the huge importance it had during the Castos War, as the city was taken from the Spaniards by the indigenous headed by Cecilio Chi. This was the main reason why the city suffered so many war attacks, as a result of a mixture of ethnic groups living in one city. Nowadays, the city still preserves its great historical legacy and charming nature. There is no need to imagine all those colors and vibes around Valladolid, as you can totally live them and experience them for yourself from the moment you set foot on the town. It is an ancestral city that conserves its roads and parks intact, buildings and main squares just the way our ancestors left them, and impressive and colonial residences and houses that even keep the same scent of hundreds of years ago. Women still dress in typical Ipil dresses, men still carry their jicaras and morales to work, and children safely run around the local main square singing songs of joy and playing with others in a completely safe surrounding. Very, very colonial too. Valladolid holds several places to explore. Discover its enchanting park, which is small but delightful, and may I add, an immaculate place to be, as it is cleaned every day by locals, containing unique and charming benches ideal for couples to sit and court one another. The park overlooks an impressive cathedral called San Gervasio. Along the same thought of cathedrals, Valladolid holds a total of 7 of them, each of which are an important part of its great history. Walking around Valladolid is a dream. You will see colors everywhere, especially in the handcrafts sold and exhibited all over the main square. Your eyes have probably never seen so much color in one place, and one on hammock, for instance. These, along with clothing and toys, are Valladolid's main crafts, and they are as cute as kittens. We cannot leave a great artistic delight behind: food. Just in front of the main square of the city, you will come across a huge market, which is large hall with many tables in the middle, surrounded by dozens of food establishments. Each of these sells typical Yucatecan food to die for. Try relleno negro, cochinita pibil, and its typical one-of-a-kind longaniza de Valladolid. It is an exquisite delicacy. Let's keep in mind that Valladolid is very close to Chichen Itza, which means you can hire a car or hop on a bus and travel for no more than 30 minutes and you'll be standing in front of one of the 7 new wonders of the world, Chichen Itza. Regarding other nearby attractions, you will find several cenotes from which Saki and Sinop stand out the most and are visited mostly by tourists. They are simply gorgeous, dazzling, and great. Another nearby attraction is the archaeological site called Ekbalam, which holds an incredible pyramid structure, and it was once a great Maya city. Discover the magic, history, and enchantment behind Valladolid. Join us on a journey across the colonial times and set foot in this majestic city. As far as activities go, the Yucatan Peninsula offers its visitors a great deal. It has the ideal attributes for the best adventure of your life, while deepening within the Maya jungle, traversing through mysterious caves and across the most fascinating vestige in the ancient Maya civilization. This is for you to live your very own Indiana Jones adventure. Our adventure today starts off in Sama, better known as Tulum. The buildings that make up the archaeological zone belong to the last development established of the pre-Columbian era of the peninsula. The most iconic ruin is El Castillo, the castle, since it is built in the highest peak of the coast. At the highest point of this incredible Maya building, you'll be able to fully admire natural performance of lights, while the sun rises and sets, creating a unique view found nowhere else in the world. Hundreds of visitors describe this as marvelous. Downstate, you can find the most important archaeological site in the northeast part of the Yucatan Peninsula, Cobá. It has a 70 square kilometer extension and 45 roads that lead the visitor to different Maya communities. Because in ancient times, Cobá had the domain of a great part of the northern area of the state and some villages in East Yucatan. Inside its territories, you can find the largest pyramid in the ancient Maya culture, Nohochmul, which is 42 meters high. During your visit, you will find guided tours or you access the area by walking across it or by bike. In the plain area of the peninsula, you will find a settlement almost unknown for humanity until a few years ago. We are talking about Ekbalam, a wonderful showcase of arts and design of the Maya civilization, exclusive in the area. Inside its 15 square kilometers area, you will find the White House of Lecture, in which you can observe an impressive mural that shows 2 winged characters flanking an entry in which a land monster is located, symbol of the entry to the underworld. 115 kilometers away from Mérida, you will find the most emblematic archaeological sites of the region. Chichen Itza, once the capital city of the vast territory governed by the Mayas. Today, it is a destination open to its visitors who travel looking for knowledge of the ancient civilization. The zone is made up of 8 monumental constructions, 5 housing units, and 2 shrines to honor Sacbé. Perhaps one of the most popular natural shows in this site is the one that occurs during the spring equinox, when Kukulkan descends from the top of the pyramid, a phenomenon created by the position of the sun and the perfect alignment of the pyramid. The last location in our tour is Uxmal, declared in 1996 as a World Heritage Site. It is a place that amazes its visitors with the facades decorated with masks in honor of Chac. Here you can learn a lot about Maya civilization. Within its main attractions, you will find the Soothsayer's Pyramid, the Nun's Quadrangle, and the House of Pigeons. Since you will be in the Yucatan Peninsula, you should definitely check out Chichen Itza, the most important archaeological zone of the Maya world, the ancient capital of the Maya civilization. Witness the remains of the once powerful Maya civilization, a ground that was recently declared as one of the 7 modern wonders of the world. When the sun sets, a darkness prevails. You can still enjoy the marvel of Chichen Itza thanks to Night of Kukulkan, the new and unseen light and sound show. In the midst of the night, you will watch a projected light shadow over the architectural elements of the building. Admire the serpent's descent to the ground. Maya warriors play the ball game and the mystical sounds of life and death. This is an amazing and never seen before production of light and sound that takes the audience on an exciting journey across the ancient and fascinating world of the Maya civilization. For 30 minutes, the myths and the stories featured with the Popol Vuh, the sacred book of the Maya civilization, come to life to amaze the world. Featuring a brief and creative explanation of the Maya cosmology, embarking us all on a remarkable journey with the Night of Kukulkan. A wonderful animation production will lead you through the fascinating history of the castle of Chichen Itza and its surrounding buildings. 7 HD projectors reveal the secrets of its construction and give you a glance of its glorious time and the people that built them. All kinds of figures, shapes, and forms emerge from the shadows, helping the audience understand the ritual and mysticism of the ancestral ball game. As a matter of fact, the Chichen Itza ball game playground is the highest ever found in Mexico. This amazing light and sound show is projected onto the Kukulkan Pyramid, one of the new 7 wonders of the world. To avoid damages to this historical place, the government of Yucatan has invested more than $5 million on digital systems, high-performance LEDs, and 24-bit speakers. The Night of Kukulkan has been produced by 3 Mexican enterprises, Nerd Life and Control, ISEM del Sureste, and Point Technologies. These creative companies work along with the National Institute of Anthropology and History to make this show as precise as possible. And to finish the result, an amazing audiovisual show that you cannot miss. The archaeological site has set 2 screening schedules, 7 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. Each one of them will host 300 people, and for now the entrance for Yucatan visitors will be free until June 2015. Do not miss this exciting show full of history, awesome light effect, and a brief glimpse into the ancestry of once powerful Maya people. And when you visit this amazing Maya city, make sure you also witness the magnificent natural light and shadow event of the equinox. Every year, thousands of people gather at the sacred Maya city of Chichen Itza to witness the arrival of Kukulkan, the feathered serpent god. The equinox is an event that takes place only twice a year, in spring and autumn. It is characterized by the sun reaching its zenith, the highest point of the beholder. On this day, a jaw-dropping event takes place at one of the 7 new wonders of the world. During the last hours of the daylight, the shadow of a giant serpent starts a slow, silent descent from the top of the main pyramid of Chichen Itza, the one that Spanish conquerors named as El Castillo, or the castle. The construction stage of this pyramid dates back to 525 before Christ and can be considered as a giant calendar, as it allows the passing days and seasons of the year to be measured. Located in the center of the pre-Columbian city, the castle is formed by 9 square platforms. Each of these 4 faces has 91 steps, which adds up the 364 steps, plus 1 more that leads to the upper temple. This means that the pyramid has 365 steps, representing the days of the year. This is a testament to the advanced mathematical, geometrical, and astronomical knowledge of the ancient Maya. In addition to this spectacle, there are several buildings in Chichen Itza that amaze with their impressive architecture and excellent preservation. Some of them are observatory, also known as El Edificio del Caracol, the snail building, the ball game court, the Cenote Sagrado, the sacred sinkhole, and the Templo de los Guerreros, Temple of Warriors. You can also take home beautiful handcrafts made by local artisans, and as a memento of that unforgettable day when you witnessed the arrival of Kukulkan, accompanied by thousands of people who visited from all around the world. We'll be right back with more information on Mexico and the Riviera Maya after these brief messages. Stay with us.